Dionysus and the cult of followers. Welcome back, myth enthusiasts. Today, we bring you another captivating tale from the life of Dionysus, the god of wine and revelry. Imagine a movement so powerful that it transforms hearts and minds, uniting people from all walks of life in joyous celebration. What happens when Dionysus's cult of followers faces fierce opposition? Join us as we explore the rise of this divine movement and the challenges it overcame. Stay tuned to uncover the inspiring story of Dionysus and his devoted cult of followers. As Dionysus continued his journey across the land, spreading the joy and ecstasy of wine to mortals far and wide, he began to attract a following unlike any other. People from all walks of life, drawn by the promise of divine revelry and liberation from the constraints of everyday existence, flocked to his side, eager to join in his ecstatic celebrations and partake of his divine blessings. Among his followers were men and women of all ages and backgrounds, farmers and shepherds, artisans and merchants, aristocrats and commoners alike. They came from every corner of the earth, united by their shared love for the god of wine and the intoxicating spirit of his revelries. Under Dionysus's guidance, these devoted followers formed a cult dedicated to his worship, gathering in secret groves and hidden sanctuaries to pay homage to their divine patron. There, they engaged in sacred rituals and ceremonies, celebrating the mysteries of wine and fertility with song, dance, and ecstatic revelry. But Dionysus's cult was more than just a gathering of devotees. It was a force of nature unto itself, a vibrant and dynamic movement that swept across the land like wildfire, transforming the hearts and minds of all who encountered it. In its wake, it left a trail of joy and liberation, awakening the spirits of mortals and inspiring them to embrace the divine within themselves. As Dionysus's influence grew, so too did the opposition of those who sought to suppress his cult and extinguish the flame of divine revelry. Among the most vehement adversaries were the followers of the old order, who viewed Dionysus's teachings as a threat to their traditional values and beliefs. Led by fanatical priests and zealous rulers, they waged a relentless campaign against Dionysus and his followers, seeking to eradicate the cult from the face of the earth and restore the supremacy of the old gods. They outlawed the worship of Dionysus, desecrated his temples, and persecuted his followers with ruthless brutality, hoping to crush the burgeoning movement before it could gain any further momentum. But Dionysus, ever resilient and resourceful, refused to be cowed by their efforts. With the support of his devoted followers, he continued to spread his message of wine and revelry, undeterred by the threats and persecution that surrounded him. And as the cult of Dionysus grew in strength and numbers, so too did its influence on the world at large. The ecstatic revelries of his followers became legendary, drawing mortals from far and wide to partake in the divine blessings of wine and ecstasy. But even as Dionysus reveled in the adoration of his followers and the spread of his cult across the land, he knew that his journey was far from over. He understood that the forces of opposition would not rest until they had extinguished the flame of divine revelry once and for all, and he stood ready to confront whatever challenges lay ahead. And so, as he looked out upon the sea of faces gathered before him, Dionysus felt a sense of pride and gratitude swell within his heart. For he knew that he had awakened something profound and transformative in the souls of mortals, something that could never be extinguished or forgotten. The divine spark of ecstasy and liberation that lay dormant within each and every one of them. Thank you for joining us on this captivating journey with Dionysus and his cult of followers. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Stay tuned for more exhilarating myths and adventures. Until next time, keep your curiosity alive and continue exploring the wonders of the ancient world. Thank you for watching.